I just ate a baked potato with lots of butter. How bad is butter for you? I don't know. I heard you don't supposed to eat much of it, but I sure like it. Chop that baked potato up in my bowl, put a little pepper on it, and some salt. And my, oh my, that is so good. I could eat another one. If y'all been watching videos, you know we go to the food bank occasionally. We don't go every week. I would go every week if I had a vehicle and a driver's license. I would go. I would go to I would go to the main one on Tuesday, the church on Wednesday, and Thursday the same main one again. I would be putting food back. I think sooner or later, I would like to have about a 6-month supply of food sitting on the shelves. We got shelves in a couple of places here in the house. We can store a lot. And if you do that, what you need to do, you need to be eating what you got. That you need to eat from the back of your supply. In other words, the older stuff you eat first. And as you replace the food, going to the food bank, you just keep eating off of the backside, and that way it wouldn't get too old. My daughter went she didn't go to the main one on Monday, and she didn't go to the main one today, which is Thursday, but yesterday she went to the church. And I think it's a pretty good score. She wasn't too impressed with it. But we go through, well, not so much on pickles. But look what we got. Mount Olive Munchies. And Mount Olive Munchies, if you can see that, is bread and butter. And I love bread and butter pickles. We got 2 cases of this. 2 cases being the 6 in a case. And since yesterday, when she got them, and today, which is late in the evening, I've already eaten a jar. I love these bread and butter pickles, but we got 2 cases. And I don't know if you've ever had, you got mayonnaise. We go through a lot of mayonnaise. Well, we got 2 gallons of mayonnaise here. This size. This is a gallon of mayonnaise. And we got 2 gallons of that. But this is not the regular mayonnaise. This is called veganese. I don't know what they've left out of that to make it veganese. But this is follow your heart. And boy, I love this stuff. It tastes almost like regular mayonnaise. I didn't think I'd like it at first, but gee, I've been putting some on sandwiches and stuff, and I can't tell the difference. But 2 gallons of mayonnaise. and about 6 loaves for different kinds of bread. Some of us heavily seeded, some of us French bread, some of us Italian. But it's all fresh. It didn't expire. So the sell-by date on was for today, the 24th. I think it's what it said, 24. Yeah, because it goes out. It's out of date after today. But that don't mean it's no good. And I got one loaf there. It's got 12 different seeds on it. I love it. And about 6 loaves. What else did we get? Oh, got 2 cases of this. This is that. It's called Splash Blast. It's flavored water. What it says on there. This is mandarin orange flavored water beverage. And we got, let's see, 6, 12, 36. 36 balls in a case. And we got 2 cases of this. I like this better than I do Pepsi's. So she don't have to spend no money for me to have drinks. I love these. And what I do with them, I put them in the freezer. Here's one just took out, it's froze. And I let it sit here and I got cold drink all day. The trouble with them giving you like 2 gallons of mayonnaise, you know, of course I'm happy we got that because we use a lot of mayonnaise. And the pickles, I'm happy with that. Cause and I'll tell you what, I'll bet you. Now what I do when I eat a jar of these, the brine that's left in there, I don't throw it out. I'll put it back in the refrigerator and keep it cold. Cause I don't know what the recipe is for bread and butter. I know you can get it off of YouTube, but I don't know. But I saved that brine, and when I got about a quart or more of brine, I'll take some cucumbers and slice them up and put in there and use that brine. And you can do that. You can do that. But sometimes when they give you stuff like that, the other week when they gave us 2 40-pound boxes of bananas. Well, we eat a lot of bananas, but 240, that's 80 pounds of bananas. We gave 1 box to my grandson Joey and his wife or his girlfriend, partner, whatever you want to call her, and we kept a box. And it took them a couple of weeks before those started getting ripe that you could eat them. But boy, when they started getting ripe, they got ripe fast. We ate about, I would take a banana and slice it up and put it in a bowl and mix some mayonnaise with it. I love bananas on mayonnaise. But we had to throw out probably 20 pounds of that 40-pound box we was eating out of. I just wish we could have kept them longer, but man, when they start getting ripe, they get ripe fast. But it was, we buy bananas, but now we got to buy bananas because we just had to throw out the rest. But I think I ate the last good one the day before yesterday. But they give you stuff of so much stuff. They give you stuff that you absolutely don't need. We got 3 or 4 cases in there of sparkling water. Now, I don't know what you use that for. I opened the can, tried to drink it. I don't like it. I suppose you could flavor it with something, maybe. I don't know. But I'm going to set them out to the curb. Maybe tomorrow. Or I'm going to have my grandson set them out. I can't get out there. But anyhow, that's the scoop on what we just got at the food. I'm so glad we got this mayonnaise, and we were just fresh out of mayonnaise. And she pays about $2 or $3 for a quart of mayonnaise. This is actually 4 quarts in a gallon, right? Yeah. So this is about $12 worth of mayonnaise or more. And these pickles, God, I love them things. I love them. I have to chop them up a little bit when I'm eating them, unless I put my teeth in. But I've really never seen Mount Olive munchies on the shelf at the store. I read something yesterday about Aldi's. Everybody knows what Aldi's is supposed to be a discount supermarket. But it's a German company. Aldi's is in the UK, they're in Germany, and Aldi's just bought, or is in the process of buying, Harvey's. Harvey's is owned by Winn-Dixie, and they also bought Winn-Dixie. They've here in the Southeast, they've added, by that purchase alone, they're adding 350 more stores. Some of them they're going to convert to an Aldi's type store. And some of them they're going to leave them as is, Winn-Dixie and Harvey's. And I noticed Walmart and Costco was commenting about that. They're afraid it's going to affect their business. I can't believe it would affect Walmart, but that's what it said. I don't mind. My daughter says, no way, no how. Well, I was just telling her what it said. I don't know whether it affects it or not. But she just made that comment, but Aldi's is getting big. I can't believe how big they got. And if I could still go dumpster diving and had a vehicle, I'd be hitting the 2 or 3 Aldi's here in Ocala. I'd be hitting those Aldi's. Because that's where Marty from Crazy Family Tube, that before he got where he couldn't do it anymore because of neck pain or back pain. But that's where he was getting a lot of food. But I would hit them and see if they're doing it like that here, like they did up there in Michigan. And speaking of Crazy Family Tube, I still haven't heard a thing from them. I can't believe they haven't sent me a message or something, and they're letting me worry. What is going on? And they're not doing any videos. Somebody sent me a message the other day, said, hey, Crazy Family Tube just did a short video, and they said they was calling it something else. Crazy Family Tube dash Allen dash Elmo, or it might be dash Elmo dash Allen. I don't know, but I tried to go to that and I couldn't find it. So I'm extremely worried. I'm kind of upset they hadn't. Doggone it, Christy, if you happen to look at this, you better get hold of me, girl. Dang. I don't know what's going on with them. Fantabulous said that she talked to them on the phone, and she said they're fine. Well, I'm not fine because they're not talking to me. And maybe I ought to have a live stream one night or something. Keep answering, they pop in. I don't know. I know Marty was in a bad way. That neck, he's having a lot of pain. And I think they said he gets one of these shots for something that helps a little bit, but he can only get them so often, and they're like, did you say $1,000 or $2,000 a shot? My gosh. Yeah, I'm extremely happy with what she got yesterday from the food bank. But yeah, I wish she'd go and to where we could get about a 6-month supply of food backlog. And the thing about this food bank, some weeks it's not hardly worth going after, but you don't know what they're gonna have. And to keep getting the good stuff, you gotta go. And well, I'd sure go. I'd get up. I'd get up in the morning. I'd go. I'd go. Well, y'all know I've got what they call a blended family. My grandsons are half black, and me and my daughter are all white. And I asked my grandson something a while ago. Let me see if he'll tell you what he's telling me. Hey, Jay?
Hold on!
He may be in his drawers. I can't explain how he put it, but he's very much aware that he's half black. I ask him sometimes, does he feel like he's white, or does he feel like he's black, or what does he feel like? And I just like to know how they think. I don't know how Donovan thinks. I'll ask him, but he's a grouse ass. But he's got a good excuse for that. And Joey, I never asked him that. Never asked him that. And I don't look at them as color. They're who they are. You know, they're my babies. But I would like to know how they feel. Are you there? Jay.
Hold on!
I'm tired of holding on, baby.
I'm on it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I don't. I wish I had a little granddaughter. My daughter said, no, she's happy with what she's got. Well, I'm happy with what she's got, too.
What?
Come here a minute. I want you to talk to my people. What I asked you a while ago, you know what I asked you?
About what? If I think I'm black or white?
Tell them how you feel about that right now.
I don't really feel a type of way. I'm brown. That's all I think of. I'm brown, so I'm closer to black than white. I'm not white, I'm not black. I don't really care.
Okay, that's good, I guess. All right, thank you, son.
You're welcome.
You heard that? He's brown. Oh, I just can't get my head wrapped around that, and I've had him all these years. He's 15 now. And Joey, let's see, he just had a birthday. He was born in 99, so 99 to 2009, 2019, he was 20, 21, 22, 23. He is 24 years old. Holy crap. 24 years, and he's tight with his money. And I think that's good. I don't know where he got that. He didn't get it from his mama, and he didn't get it from me. I don't know. I often wonder about my dad. My dad was a racist. Daddy was a racist. And he died in 1978. He committed suicide. I often wonder if he was alive today. Just say, gosh. Well, by now he would have been probably dead because he was 21. He's 100 and he'd be 102 years old right now. But he died when he was 58, I believe. But I often wonder what he would think about my grandbabies. Well, they'd be his grandbabies too, only he'd be the great-grandpa. You know, when Donovan was born, that was my first grandson. I quit going to my family reunion. They had a family reunion every Labor Day weekend, and it was a big deal. There was always over 100 people there. And most of them were racist. My two favorite cousins, Lewis and Frankie, were racist. Frankie and Lewis came down to visit me in, I don't know if y'all remember XL. They sold long distance service. And it was pretty much a pyramid scheme. But Lewis called me up one time and told me he had something exciting to tell me, and he talked me into joining Excel. And I got a lot of people to join up. But none of them ever made any money with it. I made money. I was making good money. Because every time I got someone to sign up, I got about a $300 bonus, somewhere around that. I was making real good. And Lewis was in my upline. My downline is the people I talk into joining. But Lewis and Frankie was in my upline too. But Lewis is the one who got me to sign up. And they come down here in 1996, I believe it was. Donovan was just a little boy. He was like 5 or 6 years old. And they really didn't acknowledge him at all when they was here. They did. I mean, when they come, first time they come to the house, Donald was saying, I said, this is my baby. Ain't he pretty? Never got any response. I'm sure I know they still had those racist tendencies. And they were very religious. I don't see how people could go to church but then be prejudiced. I don't get it. But they did. And shoot, the church I'm a member of for the last 50-something years. When you go in there, the ladies go on the left side, they sit over there, and the boys all sit on the right side. I don't know where that come from, because every church I'd ever been to wasn't like that till I joined that church. And that was my wife's church. That's the church I was saved in. But yeah, the ladies on the left, the men on the right. Sometimes I just got the notion, I said, you know what? I told them, maybe I'll just go over and sit on y'all's side just for the heck of it and see what they say. And she begged me not to do it, so I didn't do it. In hindsight, I wish I had done it. Oh my goodness. That was I'll have to round up a picture of that church. It looks totally different now than it looked. It's got a steeple on it now, and back then it was just a wood frame church with a metal roof. It didn't have air conditioning. It was just a poor looking church. Now it's a very nice looking church. They even got stained glass windows in it. Same building. They did a big brick veneer on it and everything. Briartown Baptist Church. And it's an old church, over 100 years old. I had a lot of good times there. Really did. But I just wondered what, I quit going to my family reunions, and my Aunt Rosa May, she said something that offended me, and I didn't let on to her like it did. She said, Mackie, why aren't you coming to the family? You can come and you can bring your grandson. And then she said, and he can't help what he is. When somebody says he can't help what he is, what they're saying that he's They're saying what they're saying, that he's an N-word and he can't help what he is. Like he's inferior to them, inferior to me. That's offensive. He can't help what he is. I had a lot of girls say that to me. Come on over. He can't help what he is. No, thanks. I think all of the racist people that was in my family. Let's see, I might have, Timmy's dead, Frankie's dead, Lewis is dead, the twins is dead, Ray's dead. I have no aunts and uncles left except one, and she's about 102. I don't know if she's racist or not. I don't know. I never was around her much. I ain't Dorothy. But I know Frankie was, and I know Lewis was, I know Timmy was, I know Charles was, I know Ray was. I know my grandmama was. I know most of my aunts and uncles were that had farms. When I was staying over at one of my aunts and uncles, they had people that worked for them, but they had this house and land that my uncle let them use, and they every Friday and Saturday they just had a good time. They had a fire going outside. They was fixing ribs. They had a good time. And there was a girl over there, a little black girl called Sissy. And yep, I had a crush on Sissy. And when I would come home in the evening after going over there, they'd say, I ain't gonna say I wanna say the word, but they said, you been over there at them N-words house again? Yes, ma'am. So, I just couldn't understand why they treated them like that. I don't know what, and I was raised as racist, but I had feelings about that. But yeah, they didn't like me going over to them black people's house at all. Going over to socialize with and everything. It is what it is. Most of them all dead and gone now. They ain't but about, there's about 30 grandchildren from my granddaddy Pearson. And out of those 30, there's only about, 5, 6, 7, 5 from Uncle Aubrey's, 4 from my daddy, but only me and Carolyn's the only one that George is dead, but Michael and Joe don't have no living memory of Granddaddy's house and Granddaddy living there and everything. There's only about 10 of us at the most that have a living memory of Granddaddy and Grandpa. All this other family that goes to reunion now, I don't know them. I never spent no time with them. And I don't know if any of them's racist or not. I would like to go one more time, but probably be really depressed because the last time I went, most of my aunts and uncles were alive. The last time I went, and I had all my aunts over there in a huddle. They were just so loud talking and laughing and stuff. And Louis and Frankie was there, Ray was there, Timmy was there, Charles was there. They were all there. They're not there anymore. I'll probably be depressed. I guess I was. I wish I was able to go to Roanoke Rapids one more time and visit the cemetery where most of my aunts and uncles and grandparents is buried. My grandmama and granddaddy on my mama's side, and the granddaddy and grandmama on my daddy's side, they're all buried at the same cemetery. I got cousins buried there. Frankie's buried there. Louis, I don't know where Louis was buried. Aunt Mamie, they're all buried there, all gone. It's like a whole part of my life has been erased. And it's not going to get no better. I mean, I got the memories. So far, I still got the memories. That gets me depressed to think about it sometimes. Life goes on. My son's gone. And people tell me, I said in that other video about how I am about my religion and everything, I've got doubts. And people say, oh, you see him again, Mikey. You see him again, Russell. You see your wife again. Well, I don't know if I will or not, because I don't know if there's a heaven or hell. I don't know, and I can't go to church and pray and all that stuff when I got them doubts, because it's not going to do me a bit of good to go to church. If God sees all and knows all, He'll know I'm not. He knows I got doubts. You can't fake it. So I'm between a rock and a hard place around. If I just went to church and everything, if there is a heaven, then I'm going there. But no, if it turns out there is, I'm going to hell. So it really troubles me. And I got some of my families, oh boy, they are true believers. And Aunt Mamie, every time I talk to Aunt Mamie on the phone, she said, Mackie, are you right with the Lord, son? Every time. She didn't preach at me, but she testified. And I got a cousin that's like that. Matter of fact, her daddy was a Methodist minister, Barbara, a cousin I had a crush on. But Barbara was she's one that got going to some church, and she wants to lay hands on you and pray. And the last time I seen her, that's what she did. Laid the hands on it and started praying up a storm. I love Barbara. But her daddy was a Methodist minister. All right. I guess I'll be up long enough. But boy, I'm so glad this. I'm so happy with this mayonnaise. and my bread and butter pickles from Mount Olive, Munchies. Can y'all see that? Okay. That's my story, folks, and I'm sticking to it. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.